Welcome to the fitness portion of this online prenatal yoga series, Mama to Be. Now, when we're going into each trimester, each semester, I call it, but each first, second, and third, this is a very user-friendly workout, and I will modify some of the moves, or I'll show you some of the modifications of the moves, and you're going to do what's available for you. I will give you options. It's very important to maintain some kind of physical activity all the time, just not during pregnancy. And mamas have to take care of themselves, which takes care of the baby. I always linked that to really good nutrition, because what you're feeding your body as well as you're feeding your baby. And I always thought to myself, if I'm working out or trying to improve my body, you can't do that without good nutrition. And on the other side of that, we have to take good care of ourselves internally, mentally, physically, energetically, spiritually, so that we feel balanced. I would like to begin with a warm-up, and then I'll do a short workout, and I'll do then the cool-down stretch. It's a very short workout. I hope you can hang in there with me for the whole 15 minutes. And so without further ado, we'll begin. And I'll try to go as slow as possible. This isn't in a hurry. You see me with my slippers on. It's still kind of chilly in here, but I might peel as I go. You have to have your mat, your water. Please take breaks. If that means hydrating or sitting for a second, you do that, or sit back on your heels. I'll give you a few minutes to gather a few things, and I'm going to be in standing position. I'm getting right now, I'm actually okay. I'm actually going to take off my shoes and socks, but I'll put them on with the stretch at the end, and then my jacket. Okay? So we want our feet about comfortably for you, depending on if you're in the first, second, or third trimester, depending on where you're at. Feet are about shoulder width apart. Mine are about hip width apart, but you got to do what feels comfortable. And what you're going to do is you're going to step out, just like that. We don't jump around. And what we'll do is 8 total. So I'll begin now with 8 modified jumping jacks. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. Good job. Take a break. March on the spot. Take your time. Take a drink if you need it. We're going to do an exercise that puts you in a plie position. So your feet are wherever you're comfortably apart. You got to keep your balance. Heels in, toes out. Stand up nice and tall. And what we're going to do is your hand's going to go under your belly, one hand. The other one's going to go over your head and reach. So depending on how far along you are, you might want your hand under your belly, on your belly, whatever is comfortable. So I'll show you that example again. So overhead and reach, underhand under the belly, and then reach with your left hand. So let's do 8 of those. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. 8. Okay, stand back up, stretch, kick your legs out a little bit, shake your arms if you feel you need it. Now this next exercise I want to do, you have options. So when I say I have my feet fairly far apart, now it's wherever you feel balanced and secure. My arms are going to go wide, and you're going to either touch your knee, touch your shin, or touch your ankle. You do what's available for you. So I'm going to do me, but I want you to know that you have the option of your knee, shin, or ankle to touch. Feet comfortably apart where you feel nice and stable, you're not going to tip. Your arms are going to be out wide, and they will stay that way, but you'll be alternating. Okay, so let's begin. That's 1. We're going to do 8. That's 2. That's 3. Remember to breathe. That's 4. Nice, slow, methodical breaths. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. 8. Good job. Take a break. Put your feet together. You can heel toe, whichever works better for you to get yourself standing up again. Just give yourself a little bit of a march. Now we'll start the workout. And we're either going to go whatever you're familiar with as tabletop or on your fours. So you want to be very careful. So you'll see this side of me. So I'm going to put my left leg forward, get down on one knee, put the other leg behind me. So you should feel fairly stable. And then you're on your fours. So what I'm going to do is give you options. Not too much here though. You can put your forearms down if you have sensitive wrists or for whatever reason you're more comfortable. It makes no difference whether you're on your hands or on your forearm. You do you. Okay, so we're going to begin with the right leg. My right hip is right above my right knee. My hands are below my shoulders. I'm going to stick my right leg out. I'm going to point my toe, and I'm literally just going to go up and down like this. 1, 2. Get some glutes, some hamstring, a little bit of quad. Okay, so let's do 8 of those. Nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good job. You can just hold it for a second and down. Now we're going to do the other side and then we'll take a pause. So left leg out straight, toe pointed, hands, wrists below the shoulders. Let's go down and up 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Just for a second. Pull it in. Now you might put your big toes together. Open your knees and let's just take a pause. One big deep breath in. Okay, and remember, you can take a drink of water anytime. Stay hydrated, our body's mostly water. So this time, once again, my right leg I'll begin with. And now I'm going to bend at the knee, make it perpendicular to the floor. Now my heel is up, my foot is flexed. And what I'm going to do is just go straight up from here. Like this. 1, 2. We're going to do 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And remember, you can always go on your forearms if that's easier for you, or pause anytime. So now I'm doing the left leg with the bent knee. Try to hold your tummy in tight as you can, just so you're not pulling up, on your back at the hips. So knees bent. Let's get the heel up. Foot is flexed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it just for a second. Bring it down. Open your knees up nice and wide. Toes, big toes are touching. Just comfortably go down how far you want to go down. And do a nice deep breath. Good job. Let's do the last of these ones, which is now in and out. So same deal. Shoulder above the wrist, knees above the hips. Now we'll bring up the leg. And what we're going to do is go in and out. In and out. So if you can touch the knee to the elbow, do so. If you can't, not a big deal. You can go right from there. 1, 2, or you can come all the way in. And this, again, I want your heel flexed. So it's like you're kicking like a mule. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it down slowly. Now we'll work the left leg in and out. Remember to breathe. Remember to take some water if you need it. Heels flex out, up and out. So 1, 2. I can show you on this side. Might be better for you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Let's the toes pointed, knees wide on the mat. You can put your arms as comfortably as you can, as you're available to. Big deep breath in. Good job. So in this one, we're on the fours as well. But it's called a bird dog. So I am going to give you a modification or an option. So one bird dog looks like this. So my knees are still above my hips, my wrists are still above my shoulders, but it's the alternating arm and foot that go out. Okay? So when you're doing that, if that's too much to do the leg and the hand, you can actually just go ahead. So we'll do 8 of these, both. But if you want to just do 8 of just the hand, that's okay. Or if you want to try to do both, and then change it to one arm only, not the leg. Or if it's too much, you can just sit right back on your heels. Okay? So I'm going to begin with the right side again. And I'm going to alternate my right hand with the left leg. And your knees shouldn't be too far apart. You're going to tip. So let's do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Now let's just sit back on our heel. Take a breath. Okay, I'm going to take a drink of water and then I'm going to do my other leg. you can see that. So I'm going to switch. Now my left hand goes out in my right leg. Tummy in as tight as you can. Don't want to pull on your back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So big toes touching, knees far apart. Let's just take a breath. Okay, I am going to put on my slippers right now. Now, when we want to get up from that position we were at, so from sitting on your heel, you're going to get on your fours, put your legs comfortably together, one hand down, put one leg up in front, and what you're going to do is put your right hand on your right knee, left hand on top of the right hand, and then you're going to push yourself up. So we don't want to do that too quickly, and we don't want to do it where it's pulling on our backs. We've got to be very mindful of getting up from that floor position. That can get very, very difficult nearing the end of that third semester especially. So I want the feet, I've got mine hip width apart. You can have it a little bit wider if it's a little bit more comfortable. And we're going to do a little stretch. So what you're going to do is your hands over your head, and I'll just breathe 5 deep breaths. Good job. And then I want you to clasp your hands and turn them like this, and you're going to push out. So it goes down and then up. You don't go out, you go down, and then it's whatever's available for you. It's a really nice shoulder stretch. Good job. Then to the front, hands clasped, but we'll turn the hands inside out. And you can have a little bend in your knees for comfort. And then actually your butt cheeks can squeeze in a little bit too. It helps you keep yourself stable. So we'll do 5 deep breaths again. Good job. And the other thing I really like to do is with my hands over my head and we turn to the side, then we just look back, just ever so gently. So I'll show you again. So arms over your head, inhale to the right, and then look up. Not too much, just maybe feel it. Good job. And then what we're going to do is that on the other side. So we take a deep breath to turn. And then you exhale, and that lets it go. You're just looking up, very gentle, very gentle. Awesome. Thank you muchly for joining me today in my attire, my cute little slippers and socks, not the standard societal way of always having to follow the trend. You just got to look so perfect and scripted. That's not real. This is coming from the heart, the Om. And I wish you the very best and hope to see you again. Namaste.